Hello everyone, this is the Green Snake Gamer playing Spongebob Squarepants, Battle for Bikini Bottom, Downtown Bikini Bottom Part 1. Before we get started with Downtown Bikini Bottom, I'm just gonna go around and break all the tikis just to get some more shiny objects. Okay, now head over here to Downtown Bikini Bottom. As you can see, we need to have 5 golden spatulas in order to go to Downtown Bikini Bottom. So let's get started.
Downtown Bikini Bottom. Once a bustling metropolis, now a debris-covered crater.
SpongeBob, the robots are destroying Downtown Bikini Bottom. We have to evacuate!
All right, but it's gonna take a while to get all this dust.
Not vacuum, evacuate! We have to get everyone to safety.
Can we just load them up in the boats?
That won't do any good.
Why not?
Because the robots have taken all the steering wheels.
Couldn't we just drive in a straight line?
No, there are too many turns.
Those fiends, they thought of everything. Never fear, Mrs. Puff. I'll get those steering wheels back.
SpongeBob, if you're involved, I always fear. But I tell you what, if you can pull this off, I'll give you a golden spatula.
How about a driver's license instead?
Nice try.
Okay, our first objective is to get to the end of the road. And in this level, we have 8 golden spatulas to collect, along with 9 socks. So let's get started. We need to collect these 11 steering wheels for Mrs. Puff. Here's the first one right here. Keep an eye out for these.
Number 1 in the Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt. 3 years running. Thank you.
Now on the other side of this fence, you can see there's a thunder tiki. Take note of that for now. Also take note of another steering wheel up here. We can't reach it yet. Now, when you see this sponge ball, you can use it to go faster. We'll be making use of that in a little bit.
It shines.
But before I do that, we're gonna go this way toward the statue. Here we have some new enemies, these dog-like robots that puke up that green gas. Just stay out of it. Whoops, sorry, miss. Make sure to get these shiny objects over here, and take note of that blue shiny object with those thunder tikis. Here we have another objective. Tikis go boom. As you can see, there's this cannon firing sinks at us. We're gonna need to destroy that, but first use the Thunder Tiki to take care of those tikis around the statue here. It'll just keep shooting sinks. So take note of around the area, you can see there are these switches that we need to hit. However, we need to blow up these stone tikis first. So just activate the thunder tiki. Or you can use the cannon to blast them with a sink to cause them to explode. Okay, that takes care of all the tikis blocking these switches, so now we just need to hit all 4 switches. Just keep an eye on the cannon so you can avoid the sinks.
The most satisfying. Push, 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 push.
Here's some underwear in case you need to heal. By hitting all 4 switches, that takes care of the cannon and gives us a golden spatula at the top of the statue to collect. So just climb up the statue to get it. And this completes the objective, Tikis Go Boom. Now over here we have another one of those dog robots. Just take care of him real quick. Now close to this jellyfish, you can see there's a thunder tiki here. You need to go around this building and behind here and head toward this robot. Go ahead and take care of him and take care of these tikis. But more importantly is the sock in here. Make sure to collect it. We need these for Patrick. Also take note of this dotted red line here. That's the out of bounds line. Do not cross that line. You will die if you do. Okay, so now we're ready to go back to the switch that's next to Mrs. Puff. So go ahead and activate the switch, and go into the sponge ball to get enough speed to get through the gate before it closes. Now behind these rocks are some tikis. Now these enemies they call G-Love, but they're really just glove enemies.
Somehow I don't think he needs a hand.
So just use the bubble bounce to take care of them. And this guy's really happy. Nice moves. Now over here, take note of that blue shiny object between these buildings. Now, don't break these tikis yet. Jump on top of them, because we need them to get high enough to get to the steering wheel.
Number 1 in the Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt. 3 years running.
Okay, now we can break the tikis. Now up there, you can see there's a blue shiny object. Now over here, you can see there's another switch and a sponge ball. So we'll need that. But as you can see, there's this hot sauce spilled all over the place. If you touch it, you will take damage. So you want to avoid that. Take note of these thunder tikis over here. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is use this trampoline to bounce up higher. Now just jump across these tikis in order to get the blue shiny object. Now you can see some shiny objects on top of that fallen building. But more importantly, on the other side, hidden a bit, you can see there's a sock over there. Take note of that for now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and check the area first before I hit the switch. Here's another one of those glove enemies.
Pretty cat.
Just avoid his hands and attack him from above. Here's another steering wheel.
Number one.
Make
of
sure
the
to collect that.
Bikini Bottom Scavenger hunt. 3 years running. Thank you.
Some more thunder tikis. You'll notice they're everywhere, guarding these fences. Now take note of this is important. You want to blow up those thunder tikis in order to destroy parts of the fence so you can create shortcuts. It'll make getting around a lot easier. Don't forget the shiny object between these buildings. Here's another thunder tiki to blow up. Okay, that's everything around here, so we're ready to hit the switch and use the sponge ball. Now we don't have much time to get across. Make sure not to hit anything. Okay, now take note, there's a cannon up there on top of that building. It will start shooting at us when we get close. Go ahead and blow up this thunder tiki to break another fence. Okay, now we just want to try to avoid that cannon. As you can see, it's not only firing sinks, but it's firing couches too. Go ahead and blow up this thunder tiki. So you really gotta keep your eye on that cannon, because those sinks and couches it fires will bounce all over the place. Now over here you can see some stone tikis. Remember, they can only be destroyed with a thunder tiki, and the thunder tiki is right up there. So take note of that for now. And jump up on top of these tikis to collect this shiny object. Make sure to blow up this thunder tiki on the switch.
Like a new sponge.
Now make sure to go into this opening over here to get this shiny object in this building. Now look at this. You can see there's a shiny object right there. Look, there's a gap right here, wider than Spongebob, yet you can't go through it. That's very weird. He's stopped by an invisible wall. Now go down into this hole and collect the shiny objects down here. It's not much, but every little bit helps. Okay, we're ready to hit the switch and use the sponge ball.
Pushing a simple button is the most satisfying. Push, 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 push.
Now the switch has activated a ramp to help us get across.
Up for a game of Spongebob.
All you need to do is roll straight and you'll bounce off this boat automatically. Here we have another cannon. Right ahead of us there, through that open window. Now go to the left here, and go past all these thunder tikis. Get up here really quick before they explode. To collect these shiny objects on top of this building. Sadly, it's too far to jump over and get that sock right now.
Somehow I don't think he needs a hand. Just my size.
Well, look who it is. I recognize that happy face anywhere. That guy's becoming a favorite of mine. Alright, go over here and hit the switch to close the window. That will stop the cannon. Make sure to get the shiny object between these two buildings. Okay, here's some more of those tikis. So tiptoe over to them. Ah, so close. It's such a pain staying in tiptoe. Oh look, here's Bubble Buddy. Let's talk to him.
This door is locked from the inside. Who would do such a thing?
I think anybody would do that. We all lock our doors from the inside. Hopefully. That's just common sense. Now over here is another one of those glove enemies. Now before I use the trampoline to climb up on those platforms, make sure to collect the shiny object. Now be careful, these platforms are very slippery, but at the end is a sock. Also take note of that purple shiny object on that ledge. I know there's a lot of stuff you gotta take note of for now, until we can start collecting it all. Okay, here's another sponge ball, but at least we don't have to hit a switch. Now here's some more of those dog robot enemies. Now over here you can see there's a Duplicatotron 1000. So it'll just keep spawning those dog enemies over and over again. So we'll have to do something about that. But before then, take note of the steering wheel on top of this boat. That was close. Now over here, you can see there's another clam to feed. It's pretty expensive, but go ahead and do that. So this way leads to the sea needle. We'll be going there later. But for now, I'm gonna focus on this area. We still have a lot we need to do. So go back to the sponge ball. Make sure to avoid the robots, because we need to go up this ramp and right through this hole. Now we can take care of that Duplicatotron 1000. So now these robots won't respawn anymore. Now you can see there's a shiny object on top of that floating tiki. But first, let's talk to Gary.
Meow? Yes, thanks for noticing. I have been working out. Meow. Not done? Doesn't that mean... Meow. Oh, that's the entrance to the rooftops, which leads to the lighthouse? Aha! There's another golden spatula. I could really use that. Meow. mean get Sandy to help me? I can get through this. Meow, meow. Oh, that gap looks big. Okay, I'm definitely not making that jump. How is anyone going to get across there? Uh-oh, more robots. Holy Dutchman's ghost! That gap looks impossible! And impassable! Okay, I'll go get Sandy to help me out.
As you can see, we're gonna need Sandy, but first open up that teleport box. Okay, now you need to be quick here if you want to jump up these tikis to get it. Okay, I wasn't quick enough there. Now make sure you take care of these thunder tikis. Okay, now we can go up these platforms to get to the top of this building. Up here we have a bus stop. So now we can switch to Sandy. Now I'm gonna use Sandy to get this shiny object. As you can see, Sandy can hover around and glide. So she's really good at getting around areas. That is a terrible thing to say, keeping a button depressed. That's very confusing. It should say you need to hold down the button. Now jump down here to get the steering wheel on top of this boat. And as they put it, remember to keep the jump button depressed, which makes no sense. Just hold it down to jump and glide. Now Sandy can also attack tikis and enemies from a distance, which is really good. Very handy for dealing with things that are out of your reach, and keeping a safe distance from enemies. Now go behind this building here to get this green shiny object, and now remember that purple shiny object? We can get over here to collect it. Now make sure to get over here, and on this ledge there are some shiny objects all around it. Some on that side, and there's some on this side too, below us, but we can still get them from walking across the ledge. It's a good thing someone painted arrows on top of these buildings so we know where we're going. Now before we continue ahead, now that we can glide as Sandy, now we can get that sock. So let's go get that.
Well, I suppose it'll make Patrick happy.
Now you'll notice the farther you get, the more of these trampolines appear. These are like little shortcuts that we can use to get back up here so we don't have to go around all over again.
Take that! Gotcha!
Now these are swing hooks. Sandy can swing across them using her rope. So she's really good at getting around an area. That rope comes in very handy. A lot more handy than all the arms these glove enemies have. And that's always so great, taking care of enemies from a safe distance. Then you don't have to worry about taking any damage. Now make sure to come up here and take care of this Duplicatotron 1000. Now let's take care of that robot it brought back to life. Just wait for the hands to lock on to your target. Now before we swing across those hooks, remember to go over here to these Thunder Tikis. Now the shortcut to get back up is over here. So now we just gotta swing across this gap. So go ahead and open up the teleport box. Now before we continue ahead, go back here, and you need to swing over to this ledge on this building. It's very important because behind it is another sock. Okay, now we just gotta take care of this, right here. Remember, we needed that Thunder Tiki to break those Stone Tikis. So just use Sandy's rope to take care of the floating Tiki. This will drop the Thunder Tiki on top of the Stone Tikis. And again, we gotta dodge that pesky cannon. Don't worry, we're getting to the part where we can take care of that. So we'll use the shortcut to get back. Of course, it's not really needed since the teleport box is down there. But let's take care of this cannon. There we go, now we don't have to worry about getting shot at by sinks and furniture anymore. Just follow this building, collect these shiny objects, and most importantly, collect this steering wheel. So it really doesn't make much sense to have the shortcut there, since we got the 2 teleport boxes. So that trampoline is pretty much useless. Now all we need to do is glide over and collect the golden spatula. Okay, this completes the objective, learn Sandy's moves. Now, we have 2 ways to go. We can go through the porthole above us, or the Sea Needle. I'm gonna go to the Sea Needle next. But before I do that, I'm gonna go switch back to Spongebob. Okay, so that's everything in this area, so let's go to the Sea Needle.
Someone's broken the sea needle.
That's horrible. The sea needle is the cradle of Crochet Corner.
Yes, yes it is. But what's more important is that there are tikis and shiny objects just outside the windows.
Mr. Krabs, how can you think of money at a time like this?
Easy. I just clear my mind. Money, money, money. Now listen here, boy. You know that I'll give you golden spatulas if you bring me shiny objects. But I'm going to sweeten the deal. If you can break all the tikis here at the Sea Needle, I'll give you a bonus golden spatula.
Why would I want to break the tikis, Mr. Krabs?
'Cause they were laughing at you and calling you funny names.
What kind of funny names?
You know, Spongebob butt pants.
That's not very funny.
No, but they said your mom was ugly.
Ugly? All right, Mr. Krabs, break them I shall. You got a deal.
Okay, we have a new objective. Extreme bungee. So we're gonna need to break all those tikis. I don't recall them ever being able to speak, though. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and save my game, and this will be the end of SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, Downtown Bikini Bottom, Part 1.